Welcome, everybody, to the Shut Your Mouth Lounge, episode number 71. I'm Alex, and hey, we got Pink,
Hey there.
and we got Eddie.
Hey cousin, do you want the podcast?
Yes, I want to do mini podcasts. What is podcast? It's always a good day when we start with a dumbass Nico Romans.
Yeah.
And we're probably never going to get around to we're probably never going to LP that game either.
The Greco-Roman War was a very important time in history.
As many wars as the Romans waged, I would believe you. So, hey, we're here to podcast and talk about shit. And also, we're working on something while we do it. No, I assume
It's a recipe for disaster.
unlike
We're looking
GTA,
for
though, it's not
Southside.
too occupied. It's not as bad as GTA. It's not as bad as GTA.
Right.
Like GTA, there was some dumb shit that would happen when we podcasted while trying to GTA, you know?
Right. This is a controlled environment this time.
If we need to stop and think about what we're saying, we can literally just stop what we're doing and think. There is no rush, no stress. It's all good. It's all good, man. All right.
I think I might have made an impossible jump.
So the first topic is I've been bringing up the Akira thing because, I'm not, like I said, not even a big fan of Akira, but this looks like a trash fire. So the production notes are out on it, and yeah, they just put it in Manhattan. The really
Why not?
Here's the hilarious thing. They did, apparently, based off these production notes, they did not change Tetsuo or Kaneda's names. So they're still just going to be Tetsuo and Kaneda. Oh, and...
That's the way in Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, they really changed the plot based off... Okay, I don't know if I want to spoil it, but, you guys were never going to get around to watching Akira, right?
Right.
I've seen Akira.
So, the thing about Akira's been dead for 50 years. That's one of the big twists of the movie is, Tetsuo finds out he has the powers of Akira, so he goes to free Akira from where he thinks is his prison, and he finds Akira, bits of Akira's corpse that the government kept to study, but other than that, Akira's been dead for forever. And what they're changing it to in this plot is Tetsuo gets mind controlled by Akira. And Akira's the bad guy, and it's all about them trying to stop Tetsuo from freeing Akira from his prison. Which is vaguely trying to get the same idea, but I feel like it's really trying to take away from making Tetsuo the villain. Because here's the thing, Tetsuo is the guy that turns into the big meat monster. You know that, right, Pink?
Yeah.
He's the little teen that turns into the meat monster. Part of the whole thing of Akira is that he's a shitty person even before he was the meat monster. Part of his whole thing was he was a poor kid who had been beat down by society, and once he gets given tremendous power, he abuses it and uses it to just fuck up everyone's lives and destroy half the city and turn people into his playthings. And just in the anime, he's a sociopath who murders hundreds. In the fucking manga, he starts kidnapping women and turning them into his sex slaves. He is full on the absolutely god-awful bad guy. Which makes it then kind of interesting that Kaneda still tries to save him, and he isn't worth saving at all. Which Kaneda inevitably has to figure out. And they're really taking away from that by making it oh yeah, Tetsuo's going to be a good person in the American version. It's just going to be Akira's mind controlling him. It's that's taking... It's taking away a central element of the plot here. Akira, in a way, feels like the first, this is kind of probably a politically incorrect allegory here. Akira feels like the first school shooter story. An angsty kid is given way too much power and uses it to ruin people's lives. And that's the idea of the plot. And it's about a shitty kid who is a shitty person even though he's a kid. It's like Lord of the Flies, right?
Right.
Satan is just misunderstood.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, hey, Addy, you are 500 years late to that fucking idea. Like, Paradise Lost, John Milton beat you to that idea 500 years ago.
But did he say it seriously or not?
Half seriously. Why is someone calling me right
Oh,
fucking
boy.
now on my phone? If this is someone I know, I'm gonna be pissed. This better not be someone I know. Oh no, it's just a flash flood warning. It's nothing.
Funny.
Flood from Super Mario Sunshine is attacking the city.
This morning, I would have believed it. It was coming down in sheets, man. It was the most insane rain I've ever seen. Ugh. I guess that's just coastal rain. But yeah, to get back to it, like, obviously I bitched last week about they're going to try and put it in America, and behold, they are trying to put it in back in America, which again I think is very difficult to divorce Akira from its Japanese themes and like specifically the atomic bombing and all that.
I mean, depending on when they put it, it's not as bad as the atom bombing, but they could instead have it be about freaking 9/11 or some shit. I don't know.
You know what?
Because
Nah.
I feel like I feel like that's something that's culturally about as big in America as the atom bombing would be in Japan, but I don't know.
Well, I don't think I'm much of an expert either, but I'm just saying, like, based off of what I've seen of Akira and, like, Godzilla, that it is a big influence on their fiction over there, for fairly obvious reasons. The the thing, I'll move on past this topic after this, but I just want to note, Kaneda's love interest in Akira is named Kairi. Like, Kairi. A very Japanese name for a girl, but still, Kairi. I guess Tetsuo and Kaneda, they'll maintain their old names. But no, Kairi has been turned into Kai Reed. K-Y Reed. And Reed is her last name.
Chaos certainly.
Odd.
Yeah. They're like, oh, well, we'll retain the name, but we'll Americanize it. Like, okay. Tetsuo and Canada get to still be... I'd assume they're going to have Tetsuo and Canada still be, like, I don't know, Japanese Americans, but Kyrie now I assume is going to be a white chick? I don't fucking know.
KY is actually her series number, and she's a representation of one of those freaking sentient sex bots that Japan is working on, I think.
So she would be Japanese American.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a hell of a thing. Like, she was actually kind of a badass in the anime. It's like, all right, well, we've taken a relative badass love interest and we've made them into a sex robot. Now we're really getting Japan's spirit.
But if only her powers were tentacles.
No, that's Tetsuo's job.
Yeah.
Meat tentacles. Just make the good old Simpsons sideshow Bob sound of disgust. So, hey, the next topic up. Apparently, a TV ad for Smash Ultimate. Straight up, they go into one of the menus. It's the fucking extra play menu or whatever it's called. And there's just the stage builder right there. One of the options. Gee, I wonder if that was a beta build. Okay, so either that was a beta build and they did at one point plan on putting the stage builder in, or they're planning on putting the stage builder in.
Right.
And honestly, that is probably the feature out of Smash that I would least want.
Yeah. I used it maybe like once or twice in Brawl. I don't think I ever touched it in Smash 4.
Some people were able to make some stuff with it, I think, but not me.
Right.
I did not understand. I didn't get it at all.
Me, whenever there's a building thing in any freaking video game, I really like the creative games that like you make role games and shit like that. I don't. I just don't.
The thing is, like, it
I
could be
mean,
fun if they gave you more freedom. Like, there are some level builders in some games that are crazy enough that you can pretty much just make your own games, right? I mean, that's
Right.
yeah. Then there's also shit like Dreams and Project Spark.
yeah, there is absolutely, but like this, the Smash. Here's the thing: the Smash Map Maker was they gave you a couple different types of platforms. They weren't ambiguous at all. They weren't the kinds of ambiguous platforms that will allow you some real creativity. It was like, here's a mushroom stump. Like, here's a fucking Legend of Zelda old precursor tech platform that floats and moves back and forth. And here's like a wood platform. And that was basically what you got. There wasn't any room for creativity. So, like, even if you were the kind of crazy bastard who can make some of the absolute madness that some people do in those map builders, you still wouldn't be able to do anything because they didn't give you the tools to do it.
I think these level builders only for the Zelda fans, obviously.
I mean, half the shit they put in half the Nintendo shit, you know.
You cut out, I think.
I said nothing. I said nothing of value.
Yeah.
Hope. You know what? I am kind of judging it preemptively here. If they did do it, and they really overhauled it and added some neat features, then it could be great.
Right.
If they added more stuff like scripts for if X happens, then do Y, you know, that kind of thing, then it could be really interesting. I don't know if they will. They probably won't, but
If F-Zero is released, that's X-Zero, whatever. Just don't. Don't pay attention.
Just don't release F-Zero. All right, says Nintendo. Oh,
you got us between a rock and a hard place. I guess we have to listen to you.
I feel that is one of the chief fan bases in gaming I feel bad for. And like, it's been so long that there's probably not even a fan base anymore. But but like, still, just Jesus, you know? Those poor bastards.
But didn't you hear about the F-Zero Grand Prix game that's coming out? That's gonna be freaking a tie-in with Star Fox or some shit.
No.
I'm joking. It was a rumor going around for like 2 years in the past, or going about in the past 2 years. And in Nintendo Direct, they will come out and say F-Zero Grand Prix or whatever the hell is coming out.
Is Shigeru Miyamoto not like? My understanding is, isn't Shigeru Miyamoto actually one of the large factors of why they don't make a new F-Zero? Because
I don't know.
I feel like it was something about Shigeru Miyamoto considers F-Zero his like one of his favored child, so he doesn't want to let anybody else touch it. In the same way Stan Lee was with Silver Surfer for like throughout the 70s.
Right.
That's a question. Why doesn't Miyamoto make a new F-Zero? Just him. No team, just Miyamoto.
That's a good question. I think that's the question all of the fucking fans of F-Zero have been asking. If you love it so much, why don't you fucking do it, shitbird? Oh, man. Alright. So I finished what I've worked on over here. I don't know if anyone wants to come over and take a look. I think it turned out pretty well.
Alright, I'm on my way. Oh, I can see from here. That looks fantastic.
Yeah. It was one of those things that looked rough while I was working on it, but now it looks actually pretty good. Problem is I gotta light it up so nothing spawns on it. And in case you can't tell, we're working on shit for the Minecraft server for the next episode. Which, oh, by the way, we're working on we started a Minecraft series.
Oh, yeah?
Guess that's how we're announcing it.
Hey.
Well, what a way to announce it. This'll surely build the hype.
Yeah. Speaking of stuff that doesn't build the hypes, the Smash map builder. This is a flaccid topic right here, because what can we say? Even when it was in, we just spent like 5 minutes in it.
Right. So, I guess the situation here is that here's something that was in a trailer. It's either coming or it's not. The end.
Yeah. If it is coming, meh. Apparently, some people got a preview of the Sonic movie, and I know Addy is just going to eat this up. So, apparently a couple things I've heard about it, at least. Well, first things first is when Sonic is introduced. First of all, Sonic's an alien. Sonic is an alien.
No.
Starting off well.
That's
right?
an interesting choice.
Interesting. Yes, very interesting. And when he's introduced running down the road, Gangster's Paradise by Coolio is playing.
Wait a second. Wait a freaking second. Are they making Sonic X into a movie?
I don't know, but now that you say it, that's what I want. Oh my god, Pink, that looks amazing.
Because I'm pretty sure in Sonic X, I'm pretty sure it was a universe thing, but they were basically on the edge of being aliens anyway. So
those Sonic cartoons were so weird. Like
I don't know.
In the Looney Tunes style one, Sonic was voiced by Jaleel White. Fucking Urkel.
The only freaking thing I remember about Sonic X is that I like the intro song.
Yeah.
That's where Gotta Go Fast comes from, by the way.
Yeah.
It was 2/3 of the lyrics.
Wasn't that the one that was like sci-fi and they were fight? Wait, was that the modern one or was that the early 90s one where they were sci-fi and fighting in
Probably
a
the modern one. Or which one?
I thought there was one where they fought in a dystopia and Eggman was like a dictator or something. And they tried they actually tried
that was the night. Go ahead.
I thought they actually tried to make like Eggman really threatening. But,
yeah, that was the 90s one. That was the 90s one that ran with the Urkel one. That's not the one I watched. That's not Sonic X.
Ah, okay.
There was also Sonic Underground, which features Sonic and his two siblings that never appeared anywhere else.
Oh, Sonic Underground is the one I'm thinking of, I think.
No, there was a separate dystopian one that had Sally. What's her face? Sally Spawn's fetish porn. Fetish. Technically, yeah, fetish.
That's a double tongue twister. Sally Spawn's furry fetish. Fuck.
Yeah. But her, the dystopian one you think of had her. Sonic Underground didn't. Sonic Underground only featured Sonic and his two siblings. One of whom was named Axel, I think.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Anyways, back to the dumbness that is this Sonic movie. And it goes further than that. From what I've heard, like, James Marsden plays a sheriff, right? That's fighting with Sonic against Eggman. I don't know what the context to this is. Apparently there is a scene that was showed in the previews, and I don't know why this was the part they chose to preview. Like, where, fucking Eggman says to James Marsden's character, like, I bet you still drink baby fluid or milk or whatever. And James Marsden's character's comeback is, I was breastfed. And that, in case you needed a reminder of the weird sex shit with Sonic. I don't know. Why does that come out? Why did someone think that was a clever response? Some writer wrote that line.
I doubt it. It was improvised.
Improvised. Yes, James Marsden was just talking with the little Sonic and improvising all his lines.
You know what? That would raise some serious questions about James Marsden to me, that was what his mind went to. So, and that's the extent of what I heard, but boy, is it something to hear. Alright. And that was pretty much my topic to try and make Addie happy, but Addie doesn't sound too happy. Just a lesson, kids. Never do anything for anyone.
You'll only bring disappointment if you do, so don't bother.
Life sucks. Don't.
Don't. Oh, man. Yeah. On brighter but still kind of weird news, that whole Disney thing is still going on, that Disney Plus thing, with all the Marvel shows.
Right.
And they're giving Hawkeye a show, which on one hand I'm happy about, because Hawkeye is badly in need of character development.
Yeah.
At the same time, little late.
Little too late, because now he has a family for some reason.
So he's going to be getting a show. It's going to focus on him training Kate Bishop, is what Disney is saying.
All right.
So in case you're wondering whether or not they're going to bring in the Young Avengers, the answer is yes. Now, the more appropriate question is, are they going to introduce Kate Bishop in Avengers Endgame? Is that what it's going to be about? Is this going to be like a prequel to Endgame? Is this going to be a prequel series focusing on him training Kate Bishop? Because we think we see him training Kate Bishop in the fucking Endgame trailers.
Right.
It's gonna be a twist that Ronin will be Kate Bishop.
Well, that would actually be awesome, Maddie. Well, then she'd be Echo and Kate Bishop at the same time, though.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you really think they'd go for a prequel following Infinity War? Or Endgame?
Maybe. Like, the thing is, you gotta keep him... Like, another weird case. Guardians 2 was technically kind of like a prequel to several movies that had taken before it, because Guardians 2 was set still in 2014.
Oh. I was not aware.
Yeah. Because, like, it specifically says it was, like, a month or two after Guardians 1, and Guardians 1 was back in 2014.
Right.
So they have done similar like stuff before. What the hell is that noise? Is somebody choking on something? No, that's
something that was on your end. Maybe a zombie.
Okay, it's definitely on my end. I should note I live above a garage, so somebody is working on something down there. Ah, there we go. I can be proud of that. And again, this is kind of that was one of those topics I just kind of wanted to bring up because it's relevant to what we do. And God, I hope my mic is not picking that shit up right now. But
what, the laundry machine?
the fucking garage door opening and closing.
Ah, that makes sense.
Jesus. Oh, man. So, I'm still not going to buy... Is anyone actually going to get Disney Plus here?
Nah.
I personally am not. I mean, they are going to give us Tom Hiddleston, though, and that's a good bargaining tool, but probably not.
Like, I love the Marvel stuff, by all means, but I'd only be getting it for the Marvel stuff because Disney don't really care for the Disney stuff. The Star Wars stuff.
Right.
Star Wars, I'm not huge on the extended universe.
Right.
Huh. But, now to move on to a Marvel show that I think might actually tempt Pank a little bit. Marvel What If, with the first episode focusing on Haley Atwell voicing Peggy Carter as Captain America.
Oh, yes.
And Steve Rogers becoming Iron Man.
It's gonna be wild.
I feel like Steve Rogers as Iron Man would actually make a great deal of sense, because presumably Steve Rogers is still going to be a frail little guy.
Right.
So stick him in a big suit of mech armor.
Precisely.
That's what we call compensation.
That's what we call exterminating communism with Liberty Prime.
Oh man. That actually somehow reminds me. The Americanist reminds me. Can I just point out, this means that Captain America in this what if universe is gonna be a British woman. A British woman.
That's true.
Oh gee, I love America. She's sipping tea with the Queen. She's got the American flag on her chest.
No, she has the American flag. She has a small American flag in her tea.
Yeah. That's the tea
Oh, no,
stir. It's
no.
just in a little American flag.
Right.
Yeah, but they
Captain America charges into battle yelling "Tally ho!"
they make it an alternate universe where the Boston Tea Party never happened.
Yeah. That would raise further questions. That would be the big what if.
I mean, she could be Captain America then.
True. Well, they'd be Captain Colonies, which somehow wouldn't be as heroic. Captain Gandhi's nemesis. I don't know. Somebody tag in here.
The freaking series would be about Captain Brit America trying to stop Gandhi from using nukes.
Gandhi and those nukes.
Oh man. If only Civilization wasn't one of the slowest strategy games on Earth, that would be a great one for us to do one day. The thing here is actually getting the MCU actors to voice this stuff. Like, I don't think that could last too long, obviously, but...
No.
The question is, what further what-if scenarios could they go with? Like, what are other major ones they'd want to hit from the comics? For Addie's sake, let's hope they hit Peter Parker as Galactus.
Yeah. And also Blade existing at all.
What if Blade existed?
I'm trying to think of what is like the major what-if comic. Obviously, there's a couple dumb ones. I've heard of like goofy shit of like, what was that one where legitimately the entire idea was, what if Power Man was a woman and Wonder Man was a woman? Or no, Power Man was a girl and Wonder Man was a woman. And legitimately the entire purpose of the what if was just, hey, we've got characters named Power Girl and Wonder Woman. Fuck you, DC.
Right.
Oh man, I feel like there is a big what if comic that I'm not thinking about.
What if Batman and Wolverine were the same person?
Oh god. Can we not talk about Amalgamverse ever? Please? Some people are unironically fans of that fucking shit. I don't get it. Oh, man.
They could do like a what if for the Agents of Atlas.
What's Agents of Atlas?
Because my Discord might have gone out because I don't hear anything.
What's Agents of Atlas?
Yep.
What is it? Oh, fuck. Well, there we go.
And we're back.
What is Agents of Atlas? I've been asking you for like the entire thing.
That was the basically there was a what if back in 1960 something that was what if the Avengers existed in the 1950s. So it basically took a lot of the very old school Marvel or Atlas heroes and put them all together. It was like You had a robot guy. You had Venus. I need to Google that up. There was a gorilla guy, which is
Ron.
always fun.
Okay, so this is just taking
Agents.
this is taking Marvel and bringing them into the DC Silver Age because they missed it.
Right.
That would be fun. I don't know how it would relate to the MCU, but it would be fun.
Yeah, it doesn't relate to the MCU. I don't think.
I mean, I don't know what Silver Age guys they could bring
if-
in from movies. They could bring in the Rocketeer. He was Disney, wasn't he? Rocketeer was Disney, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I think he's back with Disney again.
All right, well, do that. I mean, if we want to stick on goofy crossover note, there's so much possibility for Disney. What if the Marvel stuff was actually there for Kingdom Hearts?
Oh boy.
You don't want to know.
What if all the Disney protagonists assemble the Avengers?
What if
What if Iron Man was Mickey Mouse?
the thing is, would alcoholic Tony be the normal Tony, heartless Tony, or the third version that I forget the name of?
I mean, Heartless and Nobodies don't actually change your personality very much. In fact, I don't think that any aspect of your personality carries over to the Heartless. It's just a big monster. Big shadow monster, so... The answer is...
What a bunch of
all
nerds
them.
you guys are.
Look, I've actually played the games. Addy over there. Addy's it's an entirely different story. He hasn't even played the games and he's trying to get in on this shit.
The thing is, who would Xehanort be? Everyone, obviously, but I mean, who would the freaking story expect you to know as Xehanort?
I don't know. I regret opening up this realm of possibility.
What if the Noirverse were the main universe?
All right. I got one.
I don't think that would change anything.
What if Thor was the shitty son and Loki was the good son?
Yeah, I dig it.
But then would that change who they are? Like, would Thor be the trickster god?
No. We roll with it. We roll with the idea of Loki being a good trickster. Loki is like turn him into a Speedy Gonzalez type trickster, right? And make Thor.
No, make it so he's an asshole, but only to bad people. So he tricks a freaking whatchamacallit, a tax collector. Or something, I don't freaking know.
The word that instantly pops into your mind for evil is taxes.
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily. I just think that a tax collector would be the most general evil that they could get without actual evil people.
That'd be a little political. Not gonna lie. You know, I feel like our creative wells are running a little bit dry today.
Yeah.
Because we just had a great topic of what ifs, and we could have presented all number of stupid possibilities. And instead
we've got nothing.
It's almost like we spent the last 30 minutes building shit.
I made from a blueprint. Fuck you guys. And Pink did too. He has no excuse either.
I do.
On the contrary, I built the Pablo from memory.
Oh, wow. Shit. Admittedly, it's a pretty simple sprite, but...
Right.
By the way, my skyscrapers are also done.
Oh, damn. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic then, because this one's one me and Pink at least are going to talk a fair bit about. So,
right, which one is this?
Star Wars Episode 9.
Oh, man. The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, it's a little wild, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
So, yeah, Soon, I heard this from Soon. Soon just suddenly contacted me like, "Whoa, hey, you see Episode 9 trailer? Oh, J.J. Abrams trying to walk back everything that Ryan Johnson did." And I was like, "Bullshit. He ain't got the balls." This is
It's in the title now, though.
This J.J. Abrams. Like, at first I was like, oh, that's not what he means by Rise of Skywalker. I'm sure what it means is, like, there's another Skywalker. It turns out Luke had a kid or something. But nope, watching that trailer, yeah, J.J. Abrams is like, fuck Ryan Johnson. And, like, it's in this weird spot where Force Awakens came out and everybody was like, it's way too similar. It's not fun because it's just the same. And now J.J. Abrams is like, hey, I'm going to make another Star Wars movie and it's going to be just the same. And everyone's like, yeah!
You don't know what you have until it's gone.
Oh, man. Like, this isn't... I can tell just from looking at Rise of Skywalker's trailer, this is not going to be even remotely intelligent movie. Like, on an objective basis, this isn't going to be a great movie.
Right.
Like, Force Awakens objectively was bad, because it's just a copy and paste of fucking New Hope. But I still liked it. Objectively, I'll say, yeah, it's crap. But subjectively, I had a fun time.
Right.
Like, that's part of my whole thing with, like, turning on the new trilogy is, like, I can't turn on it too hard, because genuinely, watching Force Awakens in theaters is probably one of the best cinematic experiences I've ever had.
Absolutely, and I'm of the same opinion.
It imitated perfectly the sense of wonder and energy of the original trilogy, you know?
Right.
It imitated it too perfectly, to the point where it didn't feel like it had its own independent energy.
Right.
And then Last Jedi is like complete opposite. Like, where there's some stuff I'll objectively appreciate, subjectively, I never felt good watching Last Jedi outside of the throne fight scene.
Right.
And the throne fight scene gets worse every time you watch it. Addy gave himself 500 maps.
I did.
Who needs that many maps?
I do.
Where are you going that you need all these directions?
I don't. What I'm doing is I'm building a map room.
For what? For what reason?
For map, Pink.
For map. Okay, I'll accept it.
I'm not gonna lie, if you build a map room, I'm just going to use that to find the nearest jungle. Because I need cats and I need burbs. And yeah, episode 9 looks like it's trying to go for the same energy. Though it looks like it's still trying to go for some new bits as well.
Right.
But, so the inevitable two things you gotta talk about. First of all, it's narrated by Luke. Spoilers for a year old. Is it 2 years now since Last Jedi?
Probably.
Luke also got caught in the snap.
Well, not...
I mean, he did.
He kind of did.
You're not wrong.
So the thing is, though, well, spoilers for Last Jedi, Luke fucking died. And, he's narrating here. Did he say any of these lines? Are these new lines?
These are all new lines.
Is Luke back? Does Rise of the Skywalker refer to a new Skywalker, or does it literally mean Luke is coming back from the dead?
He didn't actually die, he just teleported. It only looked like the Yoda death.
That would be cool, but here's the thing. People love those fan theories of Luke testing with the dark side. And Palpatine said the dark side can let you ignore death, as we are now observing.
So Luke was the true Grey Jedi all along.
I don't know. We'll see. I think the Grey Jedi is a stupid idea, but hey, I mean, Luke.
I don't disagree.
As we see Luke in Last Jedi, he's already playing a bit fast and loose with Jedi morality. So who the fuck knows?
I don't disagree that they're stupid. I'm just saying that they might just actually go for that shit.
They might. It's in a weird spot where even though J. Abrams is so just conventional with Star Wars, but still after everything Last Jedi did, I still find it almost impossible to predict what is going to happen in this movie.
Right.
It's a weird situation.
So I'm so lost that I have found the ice caps.
uh, Careful not to get strangled by a polar bear for those trees you lit on fire.
I didn't light them on fire. I cut them.
Potato, your neck is still gonna get ringed. Oh man.
Apparently, I looped back because I now see my houses.
Spectacular.
So, here's the thing. Palpatine, the meme lord, has returned.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power.
Do it.
And he's still played by Ian McDiarmid. Ian McDiarmid has been playing Palpatine for fucking, is it 40 years
His whole
now?
life.
Like, practically. Because he first...
His purpose in life was to be Palpatine. Palpatine.
He played Palpatine for the first time in 83. That is insane.
That's incredible.
And Palpatine back in 83, back in Return of the Jedi, was supposed to be positively ancient back then. Like, I know they caked McDiarmid under a shit ton of makeup when they were working on Return of the Jedi, but still. And he's back, and it looks like he's still eating it up. Because did you guys see the official reveal?
No.
So the crew comes out and they're like, "Hey, Star Wars Episode 9 trailer," and Ian McDiarmid is not with them. And then the Palpatine laugh plays. Ian McDiarmid comes out, and he's eating it up, you know, fucking taking in the crowd and all that. And he just, in full Palpatine voice, "Roll it again," and they just play the trailer again. That's got to be a magical experience, you know, as an actor. You gotta be... I only do major films once every 20 years, but when I do it, I get to play the hammiest fucker alive. After I finish the project I'm working on right here, I think I'm going to go ahead and just build a fucking Palpatine statue next to my house.
He deserves it. I just Googled, he's 74.
Yeah. He was like 40 when he played Palpatine the first time.
Right.
That is craziness. Like, that is one of those cases, like... First of all, can I just say, is this the longest time it has taken a fictional character to get resurrected? Because the prequels the prequel
when
trilogy...
did Bucky die?
Oh, in the books? Oh, shit. I think Bucky's got him beat, because Bucky, it's... Stanley tried to kill Bucky as soon as possible, because Stanley hated Bucky.
Right.
And that was back in the 60s, and Bucky was resurrected in, like, 06 or 07, right?
Right. I want to say it was 2006. And I think he died before the 60s, to be honest.
What? Well, wasn't it that Stan Lee did it in Avengers back in 64 when he brought in Cap?
That's right.
Because he had to do the whole thing of the iceberg to explain why Cap was still the same age 20 years later.
Right.
Which is now stuck so much that, like, well, we use the same excuse for Cap not aging over 80 years.
Yeah.
Bucky probably took 52 years to get rezzed.
Right.
Mercy was not quick on the draw on that one. So, yeah, Palpatine's little record there of like 30 or 40 years, I guess it isn't enough, but still, damn.
Right. At the same time, this is also a character on, in the cinematic universe and not a literature universe.
Yeah.
So in his own little category there, I think he's got a decent amount of anything else beat.
Like, film actually is pretty good about resurrections, so... by pretty good, I mean they don't have many, so...
Right.
So, yeah, there ain't many contenders for that title. Damn. Oh, man. Like, you know, and the thing is, it's not a bullshit resurrection. That's the real thing. It's not a bullshit resurrection they're pulling out of their ass. Palpatine was talking about this shit even back in Revenge of the Sith. Oh, man. This is the way to bring it back to dumb fun. That is what I'm going... I'm excited for Rise of the Skywalker, at least just as dumb fun.
Right.
Because like Force Awakens, it's not going to be high quality. It's just going to be a dumb fun Star Wars movie. Which at this point, Star Wars just is for me.
Right.
And if there's a way to return dumb fun, you gotta bring back the meme lord. Oh man.
They tried that hand with Darth Maul. That didn't work out quite as good.
The problem is Darth Maul doesn't talk. Or well, he
That
does, but they didn't allow him to talk in the first one.
Yeah, and then there's also the issue of instead of trying to adapt the story, because Darth Maul's story got written in the extended universe that actually is still canon, I think. So it's like, well, yeah, he's back, but I know how he dies.
Yeah.
So you know what reason would you give a shit about Maul at that point?
Well, the thing that confirmed his resurrection in the movies was Solo, so I'd imagine there is no reason to give a shit about Maul.
Solo. I haven't even seen that one.
I haven't either. I have Netflix. I got Netflix back. It is right there staring me in the face. Solo is on the front page. I'm just like, nah.
Nah. Think I'm good. I'll pass.
Donald Glover is Lando. Yay! Amelia Clarke, period.
But he's Han Solo. Like the freaking Jason Derulo song that they paid for him to rewrite the 2 words for.
Yeah. I've not heard about this, and I don't want to hear about this.
Be glad.
I'll be very glad.
It was in the freaking. Do you remember the dancing game that they had?
Yes, I do. Unfortunately.
It was in that.
Oh yes, I knew about that. I thought you were saying they remade a song for the movie.
Oh no, I was hoping that they'd use it for that.
I don't think they did. Everyone was a little too embarrassed. Understandably. And if they weren't embarrassed, they should be.
Yeah.
So, comics, I would be hard pressed to be excited for Star Wars after Last Jedi, but here I am. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited for this.
I was surprised by how excited the trailer made me, because it's like after I saw The Last Jedi, I was like, nah, this just isn't for me. I'm good. When this all ends and something else comes, maybe I'll check it out again. That'll be nifty to see where everything goes after this. Then I saw this trailer and I was like, okay, for some reason that I cannot comprehend, I'm actually kind of hyped about this.
Jabrams is I can't speak too much about Jabrams because I haven't watched his Star Trek movies, and those are supposed to be like, oh, the Jabrams, like good or bad, because I've heard both about his Star Trek movies. The definitive thing of Jabrams, that you watch the Star Trek movies and that's Jabrams. But he's good at making hype. That is what he's good at. And I feel like if you assembled an ultimate team of directors, you'd probably put Jabrams in charge of hype. So, it is just such a weird feeling being excited for Star Wars again.
I know.
There has just been so much bad news on that front between that and Star Wars Battlefront 2 and all that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're also making a Star Wars single player game.
Fallen Order, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which presumably will be canon since it's post George Lucas torching the extended universe.
I mean, how canon can it really be, though?
Until it's disputed, that's how canon it is. I mean, really what I want somebody to go in and make KOTOR canon again, and then I'm good, you know? And
yeah.
I haven't even finished. Like, I haven't even got past, like, the first hour of KOTOR, but the lore of it is at least neat enough that I feel like it really benefits. You know?
Right.
A part of me wants it to be a fluke thing where they say that they're making this thing and it's actually just Force Unleashed 3. How do I make a freaking yeah?
Well, the thing is, Addy, Force Awakens actually would be great if we're just like a Star Wars character action game, you know?
Not Force Awakens, Force Unleashed.
Not Force Unleashed. That's what I meant. It's too similar of titles.
Yeah, yeah. If they go full on freaking Devil May Cry, I feel like it could have a resurrection.
Like, the thing is, Wooly of Best Friends Play fame, he actually worked on it as a bug tester in the early days, and he just outright said that was what it started as. It legitimately started as a character action game with some physics fuckery with the Force, but it was mostly a character action game. And they changed it because the combination of trying to combine physics with a character action game just produces fuckiness.
Yeah.
So they just...
Still, since now we don't need advanced physics to actually have advanced physics. They can just copy the Unreal Engine code in. Could we see a Force Unleashed 3 that is just Devil May Cry 5 but less Nero and more good.
More lightsabers.
Yeah.
Nero's super good, man, but like I'm not going. The thing is, like, especially now that the demos are done, like, I'm not going to ask you to buy the game to fucking test out Nero. We need to try out the play fucking
Game share.
Game share. We need to try it out in Game share though.
Yeah. There's a good couple of games that we need to try out in Game share though.
Yeah.
We have the Japanese thing to test out.
Yes, we do. Like, I guess we also, like, had the Castlevania thing, though I don't know if we'll ever get around to finishing that.
I mean, I still didn't delete the icon it put on my PS4, so
Yeah.
we could continue.
Yeah? Like, Anyways, that's probably all we'll say about episode 9. Just one last little bit of news, and this is just going to be something I'm going to glide over. So, hey, Mortal Kombat 11, there's Katana and Devora. They've finally been shown off.
Get hyped.
They actually look really good.
I actually did watch the little gameplay things they released of them yesterday, I want to say. And as cool as Devora's bees are, she still looks like a cyborg to me, and I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, well, the thing is the customization. Like, the customization they use in the video right there makes her look way more like a proper bug, thankfully. And presumably there will be several others. Devora's going to be one of the ones that's going to be really fun in customization, because you can actually just change your entire skin color, I bet. We know for sure that you can change the color of Kotal's body paint, so, hey. Some interesting stuff going on there. But the more notable thing there is, first of all, Katana probably might be the biggest example yet of, oh god, I I lifted my soda can over my computer rig for a second there and had a miniature heart attack of what if I dropped this and soda just filled my computer.
What if
It just blows up entirely.
What if life became soda?
Yeah. But Katana looks really fucking good. Like, I wouldn't go so far to say she's probably one of the best looking characters modeled in a game yet, but she looks incredible.
Indeed.
And this is probably the only time Katana has actually looked Asian.
Yeah, I actually was a bit surprised by that because, you know, as much as freaking Ninja Lady, since she was always Caucasian, I imagined that she was just really into ninjas.
I mean, I've only ever played a Mortal Kombat game once, so the ethnicity of the character didn't really shock me in such a way. But yeah, it now dawns on me that they probably didn't have the technology to make her look Asian in the past.
I mean, technically they did, since they could have just hired an Asian actor or made her Asian in the 3D era, past the 3D era games.
Maybe, but still, I would label technology hindrances as a big reason why you don't see more Asian characters in video games.
Oh no!
Well,
Is
Someone go check out my house, please.
I'm on the way.
We didn't get this on recording.
Ah, bloody. Whatever.
What happened here? What?
Can you describe in
What
words?
did you do?
Okay, I'll go check this shit out.
What is this?
It's okay.
I mean, I hate to interrupt the podcast like this with a bit of Let's Play here, but what happened here?
Somebody get their
Yup, what I imagined. About what I imagined, yes.
Somebody get their Xbox to record this.
Give me a sec.
I'll record the last 30 seconds and there.
I have it recorded, yeah.
I was so worried that it blew up my house. No, house is fine. Everything else, not so much.
I don't think you have a foundation for your house anymore, but the house itself, perfectly fine.
Oh, Christ. Oh, this poor fucking podcast. Admittedly, we weren't intending to talk about Mortal Kombat 11 too much, but... I wanted to put a self-destruct function in for my house, just in case I'd need it at some point. So I put in 5 layers of like fucking 20 blocks of TNT underneath my house. And I was wiring it up to a secret spot where I'd put the self-destruct. So, and I put the lever down, and unthinkingly, I was like, I should test this to make sure it works.
And this kid is why we don't play with redstone.
Alright, I rigged up all the dynamite. Let's test it out real quick. Make sure it's working properly. If it doesn't blow up, something's wrong, but if it does, we've got it.
Oh man, that was one of the rare few moments where I wish we had a face cam. Because I was in the middle of fucking talking about Katana. I do it unthinkingly because I'm talking about Katana. I hit the switch. I just yell, "No!" And my face goes into my hands. And I just sit there for like half a minute as you guys keep talking about Katana's face. Okay, at least we got the audio on recording. And we're gonna leave that shit in. Okay, for those of you who won't see this, legitimately, my house is fine, but there is a fucking massive hole going down hundreds of feet underneath my house. My house is just floating over a fucking abyss.
Dude, I can send you the video.
Oh, do that. I'll try to edit it in. Oh, we got to do it quick though, because this thing needs to go up tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
I can take a screenshot of it and send it your way. That way you can just plug it in.
Yeah, that might be what we should do. Yeah.
Right.
Jesus Christ. This is the biggest case of dumb luck. Can I just say that? My house is fine, but
my house is fine, but my life is ruined.
I didn't need that underneath my house. All that dirt, it was just taking up space. Jesus Christ. My only regret here is I wish someone would have been at my house to see it happen. Because I just heard explosions in the distance. Jesus Christ. Oh, and here I was worried my house would be boring compared to you guys. Well, here's what makes it unique.
I really like this war room that I'm building.
Oh my god. What we got coming up on the channel this week, Addy?
I've no idea. I can't check.
Oh no.
Mystery week. Mystery week.
Mystery week.
Yeah. Oh.
Now you might ask yourself, why is Eddie building a war room? I'm building a war room so I can go up against the Tokugawa shogunates.
So yeah, Addy's computer exploded, by the way. So
yeah,
anything that gets recorded over the course of the next month, which admittedly we were intending to mostly take the next month off of recording, anything that's recorded over the course of the next month is going to be recorded entirely from my perspective.
Oh boy. I have the war room set up mostly. If you guys want to come check it out. You can see it's a door.
I'll go check out the war room. There's just gonna be Sonic porn everywhere.
No, not war. The other war.
Sonic and Melina, which fittingly, because Melina's not gonna be in MK11, because in that trailer, Katana just straight up has several of Melina's moves. She has the teleport dive kick. She has the Psy throw. My girl's gonna be missing. Missing in action. It's gonna be sad, but I'll have to switch back to my boy Jax. And I don't know where your war room is, so I'm just gonna teleport to you.
My war room is very hidden.
Oh,
should I TP you?
I almost teleported you to me. That would have been bad. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, neat. But, by the way, we're running a podcast right now. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So, right. Oh my god, does anyone have anything coming out on their channel?
I don't think I do.
On Monday, I think the freaking the teaser for the Assassin's Creed Rogue review came out. The Rogue review is going to take a while, as you can tell.
It's gonna be a long wait.
But thankfully, I did write coming soon, so.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Now you're really doing it in Valve fashion. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, well, then I guess we just got to talk about what we did this week. Let's start with Pinker.
All right. This week, if I recall, I played Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Okay,
it's on Game Pass now.
What did you think of it?
I only played like 2 rounds. I got my butt handed to me.
Who'd you play?
I played as Captain Marvel, Nova, and Spider-Man.
Okay, Captain Marvel is good. Nova and Spider-Man are both very weird. Captain Marvel is good. Nova and Spider-Man are both very, very weird characters. Both very, very weird characters.
All right, yeah. I wasn't having any success with Nova. I actually did have a moderate amount of success with Spider-Man. So...
He had a moderate amount of success with Spider-Man.
yeah, success. The best kind, right?
Well, hey,
I don't
Carol
know.
always did have
I
a crush
wouldn't
on
know.
him. Addy, you're basically God. If you want time to skip forward, just do it yourself. And I provide... Again, this is kind of funny stuff if we didn't explain that we're playing Minecraft.
That would be pretty funny. Addy, you're basically God. Just make time go faster.
Yeah. But I don't want to. I want to experience life like normal people.
What counts as normal? What's that dumbass saying some people use? Normal is just a setting on a washing machine. Oh, Jesus.
So, a lot of fun with Spider-Man. Didn't have any success with Nova.
Try Thanos.
Have not tried Thanos yet, but he's on my list.
Thanos is
Yeah,
one
I
of
The
the
bad
most...
guy, what's not to love?
Yeah, I also played Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I made Rocket and Thanos now.
Thanos is so good. Like,
Yeah.
the problem Infinite
I
had was that
I don't
Thanos
even,
is so...
I don't,
Thanos
Go
is
ahead.
so good, every Infinite player plays him.
He's Fox from Melee.
the thing with Thanos is that I don't even know his grabs, and I'm good with him regardless.
He's not much of a charge character. Well, Thanos is kind of a little bit of everything. Thanos is a weird character because he's so slow. His dashes are slow, his walk speed are slow, but he's still a very aggressive character because that fucking teleport.
He also has a shit ton of hyper armor.
Oh yeah, he is armored out the wazoo. And he's got some like combos. Like, for one thing, obviously he can combo. You figured out his air super, right?
Which one?
The Palm of Doom, I call it.
Yes. Yes, I have.
That one is one of my favorite supers in any fighting game ever. But the crazy thing is, since his teleport is a trick, it's a trick teleport. It teleports him into the air. He can just immediately link it into that air super.
Ah.
And along similar lines, he's got that little projectile, but it's a really slow shield, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is start that up while you're close in on somebody, and then punch through it with his little punch special, his dash punch special. Oh man. Someone had the bad idea of giving me a Slim Jim earlier, and it is now showing itself.
Yeah.
I snapped into the Slim Jim, and now the Slim Jim snaps into me. Would it be crazy to try and make a custom Palpatine Smite? Yeah,
What?
he'd be great in Smite. You can't deny that. Just make him a skin for Zeus.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No. We need to make our custom Palpatine Smut.
Okay. We don't have to. I'm sure somebody else has already made Palpatine Smite.
Yeah.
Okay,
True.
you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to make a custom Palpatine Sprite. I am not a Sprite guy. I'll figure something else to build while we work on this.
Are you a 7-Up guy?
Yeah. But... Well, has Rocket changed much from Marvel 3 to Infinite?
Yes.
Okay,
He has Groot.
Well, he has Groot. Yes, that's a huge change. That changes him a lot.
I didn't like the change. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, like when you were building Rocket as a very defensive character.
Addy doesn't like that Rocket doesn't have chaps anymore.
Well, he still has
Color
traps.
me shocked.
He still has traps. It's just that Groot's entire existence more or less encourages Rocket to be more aggressive.
Ah.
Because basically, like, I didn't put much time in with Rocket, but Groot operates kind of independently from Rocket, right? Where you can just call him in and he'll go in on somebody.
No, you call him in and he doesn't move and then he leaves.
Right. That's what I meant. But Rocket can
Oh
still
yeah.
move. It's like a striker where Rocket can still move while he's called him in.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine that pretty much becomes Rocket's main comboing tool, yeah?
From what I can tell, your main comboing tool is the air dash that he has, the air dash hit,
Oh, his
Groot,
air dash is a
and
hit?
then traps. Well, no, you can do an air jump towards somewhere and then press I think one or two, and then he does dashing attack basically in the air.
Huh. I do not remember this, though I don't think I put much time in with Rocket. Did he have that button in Marvel 3?
Yes.
Okay, I really didn't put much time in with Rocket then.
Yeah, Rocket was one of my mains in 3, so
Huh.
yeah, my mains in 3 were freaking Rocket, Ghost Rider, and Akuma.
But you aren't much of a trap character
Correct.
user. I'm
I
trying to
heard
figure out a way
Shrek.
to not say, oh yeah, you're not much for girls with penises.
No, I heard you weren't much of a Shrek character.
Oh no, Shrek is a girl with a penis.
Yes.
Things have changed.
It's gonna be in the Shrek reboot. Shrek's Futanari Adventure. Anyway,
This
what were
is
you
going
saying?
poorly.
This is going poorly.
Oh,
Right. So what were you saying?
I don't know what I was saying. Oh, I was saying you're not much for the trap characters in most games, aren't right?
No, I actually like trap characters.
Oh,
Yeah, in fighting games anyway.
man, it is a pity that you weren't allowed to play with the DLC characters during the MKX trial. You would have loved Predator.
I have played Predator. I own the game on PS4. You
Oh,
forget
right.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. So Predator's really fun, isn't he?
Yeah. I the thing is, I bought most Capcom before Mortal Kombat, I think, so I already knew how to play Rocket. So I was just like, huh, Alien Rocket, but slightly more Alien Rocket.
It's an alien rocket right there. I mean, technically, Rocket. Wait, is Rocket an alien in the MCU? They keep leaving this shit ambiguous. I don't know. They were kind of implying that they were going with a genetically engineered origin in Guardians 2, weren't they, Pink? Pink? Pink!
Dun 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 dun
Dun
dun dun
dun
dun dun.
dun. Ah, that's a classic. We're always going to go with that. And everybody is going in and out of the garage today. Jesus. Pink's back.
I mean,
He's back.
Yep, I'm back.
Woo.
don't call it a comeback. He wasn't already here or whatever the hell.
Been here for years.
Yeah, I've been here for years.
In this one Discord call. Can I just admit to you guys that I totally just cheated to circumvent one of the most annoying things in Minecraft?
Yeah.
So I
What'd you do?
I hate building fence posts because they consume so much wood. So I just cheated in a fence for my animals.
Thanks for the info. I'm gonna go cage my horses now.
Yep, just get fence posts and get a fence gate and use that to cage up your animals.
Right, I just finished my house.
Ooh, all right. I'll come check it out. But
Right. Back to Marvel Infinite. One thing that I've found about myself is that I'm actually more fond of what's it called, Street Fighter, because in Marvel Infinite, I'm always accidentally popping off like the little easy hyper combo things that they do
yeah.
when
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to.
Is there a
There's
way to
also
turn
the
off easy supers?
no. There's
I
also
don't
no way
know.
to turn off. Is there a way to turn off auto combos? Because they're freaking pissing me off.
Oh, I don't know if there's a way to turn off auto combos. Because you guys are in normal mode instead of simple mode, right?
They didn't give me a choice.
Oh,
I'm
is
gonna
it?
assume that I'm in normal mode because I haven't adjusted any options.
It's difficult to say because Marvel 3 gave you the option of normal mode or simple mode before every match. And
Yeah.
with Marvel, did normal mode in Marvel 3 have auto combos?
Nope.
It was a simple exclusive thing then. I don't know.
Yeah. As I said, I tried. Um, checking if turning this freaking combo assist off is an option because despite not minding when games are easier, I still want to have to do the inputs myself.
Yeah, I mean, the easy super input I put some use into, partially just because Marvel Infinite is a game I play like once a month with my family, so I haven't stopped to learn every character's super input. But like, yeah, I could see it being a pain in the ass.
Because like whenever I try start to pull off a good looking combo, I'm like, oh hey, am I actually playing this character right? No, it's an auto combo. Well, of course, I can't freaking improve.
It should definitely be an option, that's for sure. Like, well, it has to be an option, right? Because pro players, if they hit X twice in a row, then they'd wind up doing something they didn't want to. Because that's the auto combo input.
I think it's just continuously pressing X is the auto combo input.
Yeah, yeah. That's that's what I meant. Okay, that aside, I will go ahead and say, like, there's recommendations I would offer for Marvel characters to try. With that said, Marvel Infinite is pretty good about having just about everyone be fun. I don't like Strider, but I didn't like Strider in 3, and everybody loves Strider. So I assume I'm just missing something with Strider, you know?
Strider is the same as he was in 3. So is most people I play somehow. Aside from Rocket, because he was my main. Well, of course.
Frank changed a lot. Frank, what was it they added to Frank? Well, for one thing, it feels like
New
Frank's
zombie
not
summons.
so awful at level 1 that he used to be. But they gave him a
They
new...
gave him new zombie summons.
What?
They gave him new zombie summons. I've noticed that.
Right, right. And, of course, there's a big thing, big thing. There are no charge characters in Marvel Infinite.
Yeah,
And Ryu is the only one who has a Shoryuken input.
which sucks.
For every other instance of a Shoryuken input, it has been replaced by Double Down. The thing is, they thought Double Down to be an easier input. For several people, including myself, the Double Down input is actually way more awkward than Shoryuken. Especially if I'm wanting to throw out an uppercut, because my muscle memory says uppercut equals Shoryuken input, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they... Like, I think all inputs in that game are either quarter circles, half circles, or just double downs. Except for Ryu Shoryu. Because they couldn't let Ryu drop the Shoryu. But other than that, like, Chunner's lost all of her charge moves. Who's the Marvel character that used to be a charge character? Hulk lost his charge.
The only one I know who used to be a charge character was... Actually, I'm not sure if she was a charge character. Freaking She-Hulk. But she's not in this game, so doesn't matter.
Yep, not a Disney character, so fuck off. Sometimes it really hurts, the lack of Fox characters in that game.
Right.
It's the one thing I definitely miss from Marvel 3 is Super Skrull. Good old Super Skrull. Yeah. So, overall, I'd say you guys should probably try Dante, though Dante has by far the biggest moveset of any of the characters. Practically, Dante is that character where just about every input does something different.
Yeah,
So
Dante, I've played. Dante, I've played in both three and this, and Dante actually makes more sense in this. Weirdly,
yeah, with 3, Dante was a little too crazy. Like, Dante at high speeds just becomes like, what the fuck is going on my screen? With that said, I think Dante is like, I think the stereotypical team that most people went with when playing Infinite Online was straight up just, okay, here's Dante and Thanos. Every fucking team.
I believe it.
Uh, which, I mean, of course I'm going with Dante every time because it's fucking Dante. Of course I gotta go with Dante. But, boy, there's some losers on that roster that we'll hopefully get around to playing Infinite for the channel at some point. But, boy, there's some losers on that roster that some of us are. We're gonna have to fight over who gets stuck with playing them. Who wants to play fucking Bionic Commando? Not me.
yeah, Spencer,
Ooh.
Spencer.
Spencer.
Or Arthur.
Uh,
I refuse to play Firebrand. I actively refuse to play Firebrand. Someone else is going to have to play Firebrand. I can't.
yeah.
Firebrand is one of the only roster inclusions in any fighting. Like, ordinarily, I think people are pissy and entitled when they bitch about fighting game roster picks. Firebrand gets me. He pisses me off so bad. Like,
Yeah, the another thing that I noticed, by the way, talking about the characters, is that Dormammu now has the power of blank just by doing freaking super or his supers.
Yep, Dormammu somehow got more ridiculous. Did you see that shit they added the new Thorn floor, the fucking Vine floor he can do now?
No, I haven't actually.
There's some way, one of his inputs that he can use, once he gets both the power of those, he can combine both of them, he can use both of them to cover the floor in thorny vines. And it just means
Oh boy.
the floor is constant damage over time for the other guy.
Nice. I
Because
need to figure it out.
Dormammu needed that.
I was only able to figure out the Inferno so far for both of the power of those.
Well, I want to say Inferno was on heavy. Well, I want to say Inferno was on heavy and Vine Floor is on light of that input.
Ah,
Marvel Infinite is one of those games where you need to check out every variation of the input. You need to check out the light variation, the heavy variation, all the shit.
yeah. Also, another thing that I disliked about this game actually is how they changed the inputs. Speaking of which,
How so?
'cause, well, the other game was from what I remember, a three-button game where you had your light, your heavy, and your
Medium.
oh, oh yeah, you had your light, medium, and heavy, and then you had your whatever the fourth one was. I forget.
Launcher.
Ah, yeah, launcher. In this game, they tried to go the MK Tekken route where every button is a limb, and usually I prefer that button inputs, but with MVC I'm so used to the three button inputs that it's like, why isn't this the hard variation? Oh wait, it's a kick.
the what was I going to say? All right, so it's actually I don't think it's actually limbs. I think it's light and heavy. I think it's light punch and heavy punch, light kick and heavy kick. I don't know. I don't think it was that big of a difference, other than they had to add some new attacks for some characters, which some characters needed it, of course. But like, I kind of liked it just as it offered more variety with the inputs. I didn't like having an easy launcher button. I don't know if that's a weird thing to dislike in fighting games, but I like characters having more unique variations of launchers. Which, I mean, for most characters in Marvel Infinite, their launcher is just going to be fucking crouching heavy punch anyways. So,
Mortal Kombat now, boys.
Yeah, no kidding. But, I don't know, still. With that
Like,
said,
give me
the main thing about Infinite, that I'm sure you guys have all noticed, boy, that game's fucking hideous.
yeah, Dante's face.
Dante looks like a heroin
Man.
addict.
I mean, is he not?
No, he is a pizza and hard liquor addict in the lore. He needs to go to Pizzaholics Anonymous. The I mean, I didn't have as big of a problem with it as most people do. But boy is it there, you know?
Right. I feel like when I was on the main menu when the game first opened up, I was looking at Captain Marvel, and her head looked really small compared to the rest of her body.
Yes.
So that was bad signs off the start.
And she's one
Right.
of the best looking characters in the game.
Exactly.
Another thing that you know, how the fighter card that you set is your background from then on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have my fighter card be Rocket and Thanos because those are my mains right now. Rocket looks like he just came out of a freaking dumpster.
He might have.
I mean, he might have, but he also looks like he's a freaking rabbit.
Yeah. He might be. Explain a lot. I put Dante on my card just so I can look at his dumb heroin face every time.
Oh, also another new character that I like is Jeddah. No, I always call him Jedi.
Jeddah or Jeddah, whichever it is.
It's Jeddah.
Playing him in Marvel makes me want a Darkstalkers game, which isn't going to happen, but still.
I mean, technically it did, I think, or maybe it was canned. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was canned. I think that's another thing along the lines of F-Zero, where every other event, its fans get together and set. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore what popped up in the game. Every now and then, the fans just gather together to pass around a rumor and hope it becomes true by sheer power of rumors.
Uh-huh.
Maybe this year they'll finally give it to us. They're just sobbing. I'm making fun of them, but I feel bad. Those poor bastards.
But yeah, Jeddah is pretty fun with his charge projectiles. The side spin.
Oh. Yeah, I don't actually remember very much of Jeddah's playstyle now that I think about it.
He is a mostly fly around the place and be an asshole
Oh!
playstyle.
Your natural environment.
Yeah. Like his supers that I figured out so far, because I didn't go into training because I was like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, the ones I figured out so far were on Hadokens, depending on light or heavy, he throws out a spinning sight that you can charge to last longer and be bigger.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah, he has that. On backwards Hadouken, he has the stationary balls.
Oh, no. Okay, I was thinking about his sides in the wrong way. I was thinking of it like in the same position as the usual fireball. His sides, he puts them in the air, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Right. Dante's got something very similar to that.
So yeah, on backwards Hadouken, he has these balls that you can also charge to change the size. And then on kicks, he has a grab. Well, it's not really a grab, it's a hit confirm grab, I guess. Where, yeah, it's a hit, and if it hits, then it transitions into the grab.
Yes, I remember that one. He hits them with his claws, and then doesn't he turn them into an orb of blood or something?
Yeah, he turns them into freaking purple balls and then slices them with the sight.
Ah, okay. That game is full of stuff that is so much fun, and it's like, boy, I sure wish we would get this game again, but with higher quality.
Man, I sure wish there was a Darkstalkers game again. Sees the war again. Oh wait.
Morgan's
Also,
fine. Morgan's fine. I mean, she's totally a Japanese boob character, but I mean, among Japanese boob characters, at least she's a succubus, so it makes sense.
I guess so. The one Darkstalkers character I always wanted to try, but I don't think I ever had the chance with Dimitri.
I think I did get to try Dimitri once, and he was actually kind of boring.
Ah,
I honestly don't remember anything about him other than I'd assume he had a Hadoken because he's a fucking Capcom main character, and I think he had an Azuna drop. But you're not a command grab guy.
I learned command grabs for characters I like.
Yeah.
My main in Sengoku Buster, Samurai Showdown, has a command grab.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a good one, but it exists.
I mean, in some games you can't avoid it. Like Tekken, every character in Tekken has a command grab. Like,
Right. Do you want to help me make the map room actually be a map room instead of just a map and frame room?
I am currently a bit busy, I'm afraid. But Pink, do you want to go help him? Is Pink dead?
I might be.
All right, Pink might be dead. You're gonna have to work alone there, Addy. Are we going? Are you going over there?
Where?
Pink, to help you. You asked for help.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking for Addie's house.
Delivery. Special delivery.
Yeah.
I don't know what that does.
Look in your inventory, Pink.
I don't see anything new.
It should have given you 5,000 maps.
Nope.
Huh.
This sounds like a problem.
Yeah. Very much. Where did you get the freaking ice cream cone skin? Pink.
I don't know. I just scrolled down in the skin department.
Makes it sound like it's a department store that just has people's skin.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, what else did you do, Pink? Because we were still talking about that.
What else did I do? I played Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original 2, not the reboot 2.
Not the money 2.
Right. Because I believe this one is on gold right now.
Yes, it is.
Right. So I got that. Brings back some fun nostalgic memories, even though the first time I played that game was probably 2011, I want to say. And that game came out in probably like 2004.
Yeah, that's pretty late.
Right. Because I never had a PlayStation 2 for basically the entire thing's life cycle.
Yeah. Like, when did you get a PS2?
Pink.
Did we lose him again? Oh, fuck me.
Bloody hell.
Ah, well. Addy, when did you get a PS2?
I got a PS2 in like 20, or yeah, I think it's like 2008, 2007, around then. Yeah. And then I was mainly on the PS2 until 2013 or so.
I mean, if there's one console to stick with for that long, it'd probably be the PS2. Like, just speaking in terms of, like, general
All
quality
right.
of its library, I think PS2 is probably one of the best consoles.
Right.
But Addy said he got his in 2000 and... Shit, did you say 2007?
Yeah, 2007 or 8, around there somewhere.
Right.
So when did you get yours, Pink?
2009, I wanted to say.
Damn.
Yeah, because before I got cut out, I was saying I was pretty sure that the family had gotten themselves a PS3 before I had gotten myself a PS2.
Huh. Like, that was a year before I got an Xbox 360. Because my family was one of the ones that made the mistake of when the next generation came, they decided, oh, let's go with the Wii. It's for fitness.
Yeah, my family thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I told them they were all wrong, but they didn't believe me.
Well, at first I wasn't in on that, but then legitimately the first game we rented was Smash Brothers Brawl, so I was like, you know what? Maybe this wasn't a mistake. That's old.
Looking back, I can't recall anything that we had to offer that I enjoyed outside of Smash Brothers.
Fuck.
They released Galaxy on the Wii, and everybody loved that, but I hated it.
I didn't
Was
get
not
it.
a fan.
I wouldn't go so far as to say I hated it, but I definitely didn't get it. I mean, when I say I didn't get it, I mean literally. I mean I didn't understand the appeal.
Right. Not that you didn't play it.
But yeah, I had a PS2 like in 2001 or 2002, so I was there for most of it. With that said, I was also a small child, so I ducked out on a lot of the really good stuff.
Right. You never got to play GTA way back then. I don't think so.
No, I got to play GTA.
You didn't get to play Get, the story of Johnny.
Yeah.
See, a long time ago, my family, they had got a Xbox, the original Xbox, and my dad had GTA 3 on it, and my mom would not even let me in the same room if you were playing that game.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Meanwhile, at age 5, I was playing Doom.
Right. But it's funny because looking back and playing GTA 5 and not 5, 3 back after all this time, it's like that is not a spectacularly violent game, nor is it full of curse words like modern GTAs. It's actually relatively tame.
Yeah, but you could hire hookers.
Could you way back then?
Oh yeah, that was the first one. You could pick you could pick up a hooker, park in an alley, and your card start bouncing, and you regain health.
Yeah, and I
Regain health. I love it.
Now that you say it,
hookers existed in Vice City. I didn't know about 3 though.
yeah, now that you say this, I actually remember I played both Doom and GTA 3 and shit like that at around age 5 and 6, and like under.
Well, the thing is, like, there's a difference between blood and gore and sex. Like, my family is legitimately perfectly divided on it. Like, my dad did not think it was bad to expose me to like that kind of for me to know about people getting up to the kinds of shit of GTA, but he was opposed to blood and gore because he thought it would mess with my head. My mom was the complete opposite direction, and she was like, blood and gore is cool, but I don't want him playing any crime games. So I grew up playing Mortal Kombat, so I think we've all got at least one case. I think everyone's got at least one case of like, here's this thing that kids shouldn't have. We think, at least some of us think kids shouldn't have, and I had. As a kid. Like, Mortal Kombat's not that... The thing is, Mortal Kombat's really not that bad, because Mortal Kombat still has ultimately the plot of a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I mean,
the
it's
heroes
more
are...
Saturday morning cartoon.
The heroes are decapitating the villains, but it's still ultimately just about, oh, here's interdimensional tyrant man, and here's Kung Fu man here to save the day.
The heroes are decapitating the villains, but don't worry, nobody gets hurt.
No one of worth.
Yeah.
They come back anyway, who cares?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to think of like what was probably the biggest example I can think of. Oh, I do remember though that one of the Mortal Kombat games I had, Deception, though had a fucking picture where I don't know why they did this, but they made a fucking picture of Melina naked, but her nipples were covered up for Playboy, and they put that in the game. And that was fucking weird. I unlocked that picture and I was like, whoa, okay, oh. Oh, man. The 2000s were a weird time.
That's when you became a Melina main.
That was when I became a Melina main, yeah. Melina was not... I did not think Melina was very fun in Mortal Kombat 9. Were we supposed to be talking about something?
No.
Star Wars 2.
Yes.
That was one of the games of my childhood. That, like, Star Wars Battlefront 2, whew. That is a game that defined much of what I thought about as gaming back then, you know?
Right.
Like, that was so good. So let me pose you a question. What was your favorite map?
I really... it might be Hoth, to be quite honest. I love Hoth.
Hoth is a great one. Oh, like the thing is, if we were to include the series all together, I feel like most of my favorite maps would still be Battlefront 1 maps, is the problem.
Right, and I never played Battlefront 1.
Okay, Battlefront 1's maps were really fun. They were a lot more open space, definitely.
Right.
Specifically, like, there were a couple that were just kind of like, like the Naboo map was nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
But, what's the map I'm trying to think of? But, like, the Geonosis map. No, the Kashyyyk map. That was the one I loved.
Right.
And that one was still pretty good in Battlefront 2. But Battlefront 1, it was just amazing. Because it had a full-on pier that went out, and it was just too good. And I don't want to get too in-depth with that, particularly because, like, again, I'm the only one here who played Battlefront 1. I also know that if we ever get Mike on the podcast, that is a definite thing I'd want to talk about with Mike. At least partially because I think Mike agrees with me that the Battlefront 1 maps are better. Out of Battlefront 2, you know what? I'll make a crazy pick that I think you'll disagree with, knowing your, like, favorites in maps. My favorite Battlefront 2 map was the Jedi Temple on Coruscant.
Ah, yeah, I think I do disagree with you. I haven't played much of Coruscant that I remember, but it didn't really stick out to me as something spectacular.
It was really tight, close combat, and that's really my thing.
Right.
Like, the tight hallways, particularly in the library and the Hollow Library, like, I just loved that. And the kind of ruins,
yeah.
Like, the ruins look, like, from where the pillars had been blown off and things, you know. I just dug the hell out of it. It was also fun.
Right.
Didn't if you played it in the prequel trilogy, with the prequel trilogy army, the Jedi would spawn and just start butchering everybody?
Probably, I don't know.
That's
not happened to me yet.
I definitely remember there being a story mission where you had to go and kill all the Jedi. Or was that exclusive to the PSP? What's the story mode in Battlefront 2 for PS2 about? Well, I assume it's the PS2 version that they put on Xbox.
Right. To be honest, I don't know. I've been doing Galactic Conquest.
That's fair. That's what most people go with.
Right.
But I think
Frank, I don't recall if that I've ever touched the campaign.
I don't remember. The PSP version, I had Battlefront 2 on PSP, which, by the way, was fun, just taking Battlefront 2 with me wherever I went.
Right.
But it had a campaign that I think was an actual unique campaign limited to just portable. Okay. I think it was on PS2. The campaign you played as the 501st, which were the clones that were under Anakin, and then proceeded to be the stormtroopers under Vader, of course. And in the PSP campaign, I want to say you played as just like a bounty hunter or something. I don't fucking remember. It's been so long ago.
You were bubbered fat.
Yeah. Basically. Okay. Now, what was your favorite class to play between each of the four?
It's tough because as much as I like being the engineer, the shotgun, not good on most maps.
Actually, pretty bad on just about all of them.
If I ever go engineer, it's because I'm jumping into one of the vehicles and just hopping out and repairing it as need be.
Well, the thing is, when you're playing engineer, he repairs it while he's driving it.
Oh, I did not know.
Yep, so you don't even need to get out of the vehicle. Just sit still and hide in a corner so people will stop shooting at you while you fix it.
Very nice. That gives that class some more use. So I often go with the snipers. And yeah, I was on Camino the other day, which is a very sniper-friendly map.
Well, they did have Camino in Battlefront 2, and yes, it was. It very much was. That's the opposite of fucking Jedi Temple right there.
Right.
You could not be a sniper in Jedi Temple. Addy, did you ever get to play Battlefront 2?
Yeah, I think I tried the story, and then something came up, and then I don't remember what happened.
I could have swore you were one of the guys who would always talk about on the forum of like playing it during your childhood.
No, definitely no. My childhood on the PS2 was spent playing freaking Tekken 5 and Def Jam Fight for New York.
Those are good ones to go with.
And they were kings.
A little bit less.
But my childhood, what I actually consider my childhood was spent on the NES, and that was mostly taken up by Contra.
I mean, NES games you'd spend a shit ton of time on just on one level of one game. Like fuck. You started angry video game nerding out, you know. No. No one else feels that. Okay.
Nah.
I still feel that when I play old games now. Though maybe the angry video game nerd was more to simulate older folks playing NES games.
Old people. Old people.
James is getting up there. He's getting up there. His bald. He's really starting to bald. Poor bastard. All right, Pink. What else did you do this past week?
What else have I done? I feel like there was something else that I really wanted to talk about, but it has slipped my mind. I don't know if it was a movie I watched or if it was something I played. Oh, no, it was nothing important.
Okay.
So we're good.
All right. Addy, what you been up to this past week other than your computer exploding?
Right. So one of these things is gonna surprise you. I guarantee it. But
you give it the
Addy
guarantee trademark?
No.
Oh. No Addy guarantee trademark.
But so the PS4 sale exists. Thus, I bought Hollow Knight.
Okay. This is a game I've been hearing a ton about. What's going on?
Hollow Knight is an indie Metroidvania.
Okay, you've got me already.
That's a bit edgy.
What I've looked at, it looks very cutesy. You play as a little bug guy trying to feed his family, right?
Yeah, it's cutesy, edgy. Not trying to feed his family. I think he's trying to fight his soul from the story so far.
Oh, I thought it was a thing of like you go around and you get food and you bring it back to your family, and bugs being bugs, like your family multiplies into the hundreds and thousands.
No. So far,
That's a lot
as
of
far as
child support.
as far as I've reached, the game has been I went to a city, and under this city is another city. That is a castle in this game. The city is desolate, and you actually have to find the people who used to live there, so they can move their ass back up from the other city.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just been a lot of looking around, finding nothing. And when you die, a part of your soul gets trapped, and you need to kill it Dark Souls style.
Okay, so it's got soulsisms.
Yeah. It also has magic. One of the first things that you discover is that by killing people, you steal their souls, and by stealing their souls, you can replenish your own.
Okay, so it's Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's cutesy box souls,
Yeah. Okay, how do you feel about it?
but it's not for video. So far, I like it.
I've heard
I mean,
nothing but praise for this game, so I'm. Huh.
yeah. So I am the anti indie, as you know.
And
So
the anti Souls guy.
yeah, and the anti Souls guy, and I like it. So
Yeah. That must mean it's the fucking top of the class. The
other than yeah, go ahead.
no. I wasn't gonna say anything of value.
Right. So the other game is well, actually, I played something else, but I can't freaking check because, of course, we're talking on my phone, and wrote it on my phone, so whatever. It's gonna be back for next week, I suppose. But yeah, so other than Hollow Knight, I bought some other games as well during the sale, namely Assassin's Creed Origins, or not Origins, Odyssey, and
Oh,
3 Remastered.
I've heard some stuff about 3 Remastered and it's not good.
I actually haven't checked it out yet, so I can't speak about 3 Remastered.
You're in for some fun.
Yeah, so far I've seen in videos how nobody has eyebrows. I liked it.
Was that what it was like in colonial America? Did everybody just not have eyebrows? Are eyebrows a recent innovation?
Eyebrows are a figment of our imagination.
Yeah.
But yeah, Odyssey, surprisingly a lot better than I anticipated.
That's what I was worried I was gonna hear.
Why?
Because I was expecting a rant and, like, but what if he thinks it's. What if he actually kind of likes it?
Yeah, it's weird because the thing is, I really hate the game and its concept when I look at it from a series standpoint. But when I play games, I don't look at them from a series standpoint. And on a solely this gameplay standpoint, the game is freaking good. So,
Alright, so how many quest givers have you nailed by now?
none. I tried it. I tried it
That number
longer.
will go up soon.
I tried it. Oh no, actually, I have nailed one. And it was the gay healer of our of our small village.
Yeah. Look, when you're playing this game, you gotta collect them all.
Yeah, I tried with I tried with a girl who had a sick father, and then when the time came, she was like, "Hey, I'm not feeling it.
I would probably
I'm not
understand.
feeling it." It's just shocking of me.
Oh, that'd be something.
But yeah, um, bloody hell. Other than that, the freaking sea traversal, somehow I don't hate it as much as I usually do.
It's a
It's really boring.
miracle.
It's boring as shit. But when there's things to do, it's actually not that bad. Probably because things aren't freaking 10 million kilometers away from each other, only 2,000, and that's like a fifth.
Yeah, switching from the entirety of the Caribbean to just the Mediterranean seems a little simpler. And it's the eastern part of the Mediterranean, too.
Yeah, also, Unity, well, not quite Unity customization comes back, but the closest we've gotten since comes back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and now it's loot-based because we are freaking bloody whatchamacallit, Borderlands now.
Well, everything is Borderlands now. Oh my god. Hey, give me a
Yeah.
ton of maps, and I will make I will make the maps for you. My understanding is you can actually now you actually get crew for your ship. And
Yeah, you can. You can
like
all yeah.
Phantom Pain style, you can kidnap people to force them into the crew of your ship.
Yes, that is how you do it. You can also speak to them, but that's boring.
Yeah. Please tell me it's like fuck. Oh my god, my entire inventory is full of maps. Please tell me it's like Metal. They figure out a way to fit the Fulton system in, even though it logically should not have existed anywhere near there yet.
Sadly, no. What happens is that instead of killing people with the speed of Leonidas, you also have you now have the option to knock people out, which gives you a choking people out animation. And this
Okay.
choking people out, yeah,
Non-lethal,
and once
non-lethal Assassin's Creed. I've been asking for this for forever.
it's been a thing since forever.
Well, I mean, not really though.
Well, yes, really though. Since at least Ezio, it's been a thing.
Has it?
Yes, you just didn't equip a sword. You equipped your fists, and then you knock people out.
I knew about that, but I didn't really count it. It was just, that seemed like just kind of an afterthought.
It's the same thing. They don't go in a dead state. They still breathe no matter how much you beat them. So I don't care. I count it.
They still breathe no matter how much you beat them, says Addy. Ah, I'm gonna need
But
Addy to
yeah,
show me where the map room is. But I mean,
the
do
map
they
room is
not add more
somehow me.
non-lethal options? Because now it's a serious thing.
Uh, it's unarmed, and it's also uh I think blunt weapons don't kill people anymore. But that was also Unity. So
Huh? Really?
yeah,
You know, come to think of it, I think the entire time I played Unity, I was stabbing the shit out of people, so I guess I wouldn't know.
the entire time you played Unity, what?
I guess the entire time I was playing Unity, I was stabbing the shit out of people, so I guess I wouldn't know.
Yeah, kind of hard to be non-lethal when you're stabbing them. But yeah,
All right.
so those,
Where's the
yeah,
map room?
it's behind my house. It's here. Look at the glass wall. It's through here.
Oh, okay, okay. Because I got the first map. All right. So, did you pick Cassandra or the dude,
Alexios. I
Alexios?
picked, I picked, yeah, I picked Alexios.
Okay.
Coward.
What for?
Why would you not pick the chick?
Why would I pick the chick? They're the same. They don't have a character pick. They're
Which
the
is
same
exactly why you choose a female.
Oh, don't they have some moderate amount of character? No.
Not that I can tell. But it's actually more interesting this way to me because that with how I chose it, it means, okay, actually spoilers. Let's get it out. They get it out there.
Well, whichever one you pick, don't pick dies, right?
No,
Oh.
no, there's a twist. There's a twist.
Okay.
So if you want to avoid Assassin's Creed Odyssey spoilers, leave now, I guess. But because I chose Alexios, Cassandra is the leader of the Templars.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I like that. I like how, like, because the thing is, she's actually more powerful than I am. So
So we got the Devil May Cry sibling rivalry there, huh?
yes.
Wait, is she straight up just like the Virgil to your Dante?
It's a weird thing because she doesn't remember her. Since whoever you choose, the other one is a baby when they die, quote unquote die, because both of you quote unquote die. But yeah, because the other one is a baby, I think. The other one won't remember you, but you will remember them. So you can try to convince them, but they won't believe you, and that's as far as I got in the story, in the sibling story. But basically, it's a thing of, for some reason, the freaking piece of Eden showed me that you're my sibling, but I don't believe it, even though it tells the truth and only the truth.
Yeah.
That's as far as the sibling story got. With where I am, 12 hours in. Yeah, the fighting mechanic, at first I hated it because, of course, souls. The more I get used to it, the more it's not that I hate it, it's that it's jank. or the thing is, or the less I hate it because it's souls, and the more I hate it for it because it's jank. Because with Bayek in Origins, they had a shield. In this game, they took the shield away. Thank God. People were crying about that, by the way.
Why were people crying about the shield?
Because you're supposed to be a Spartan warrior, but not really because you're disgraced at the start of the freaking story.
But Spartans used shields, didn't they?
Spartans use shields, yeah. People were crying that there are no shields. But it would make, in my opinion, it would kind of make the whole setup they have is redundant because now the default wielding, or whatever you want to call it, the default stance is dual wielding, because on all times your character not only wields their chosen weapon if it's one-handed, or can be wielded one-handed, but also the broken spear of Leonidas.
Oh, hey, you wanted more hidden blade. Sounds like you got it.
It's not quite the same as not having any weapons and just being like, okay, now I open my hands and they are all dead. which is the sort of thing that I wanted to go for.
Yeah.
I will say, I think, you know what? I will say, I think it might be a good idea just for making the characters different.
Yeah.
I say let Ezio keep his whole thing, keep that, and let Altair keep that, and have what's this guy's name? The one that's
Alexios.
not Alexios. He has my own fucking name and I can't remember him. But like giving him the whole dual wielding thing, like it gives him something different to do, you know?
Yeah. The thing is, they already did this. They already did this the dual wielding thing with Connor. Because Connor's hidden blade was also a knife, and he just pumped the knife out and he was dual wielding.
Right, I remember that. That was badass.
I didn't like it, but I'm a traditionalist, I guess.
Yeah.
I like it when my hidden blades are hidden blade first and the other things second. Like most people dislike the hook blade. I was alright with the hook blade. I just hoped that they would fix it, and they didn't. Because the animations were, I'm pretty sure, bugged. Unless Ezio was freaking putting hooks through people.
Yeah.
At age 47.
I mean, there. I mean, he's a big enough badass that he impales people on brooms, so.
That's true. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, you just suddenly moved, didn't you?
yep.
Yeah, I can hear it. You now sound like you've. It now sounds like you're recording from the inside of a can.
Nice. But yeah, I think I thought that's going well. It's not really fair because I thought that they were on the right track in customizing the hidden blades with Unity, because Unity's hidden blade was also on freaking whatchamacallit, a crossbow, and I like that.
You could make the hidden blade into a crossbow, or vice versa.
Yeah, but not you couldn't make it into a crossbow. It was just flat out. If you started aiming, you could shoot at the middle part of the blade, and the side parts formed into a crosshair, or not a crosshair, a thing that you fastened the rope onto.
Boy, I did not get far in Unity.
Yeah,
As
but
soon
once
as
you
as
actually,
soon as I was in the the Bastille.
oh boy,
Yeah, that's where I
did you not?
stopped.
Yeah, after that, if you actually join the assassins, which is like 2 missions after the Bastille, you get this thing.
Oh well. Turns out I needed to be a little bit more patient.
But yeah, I thought that that was a good way to make all those hidden blade his. It's the same way they made all of the other protagonists theirs, because Altair was the original user, so he just needed one. Ezio was the second one, so he had two because we don't have ideas. Connor had the blade, the pop out knife hidden blade. It was it was something that only he had, so it was fair. I don't know if Evelyn had anything similar.
Well,
And then you
didn't
get
they
to
have like some variation of the hook blade in Syndicate?
and what?
In Syndicate.
No, they wanted to, but then they were like, and so they put in the Batman the grapple thing.
Oh, really? So they just got a boring vanilla hidden blade otherwise?
Yeah, I was about to say. So Evelyn, I'm not sure what she had. Edward, the killer beans were not his, so they're just vanilla. It actually kind of makes sense story wise, if you ask me. Who else? Right. Arno had the crossbow hidden blade. Then we get to the Fright Twins, and the Fright Twins had a normal ass hidden blade, and then they put that on a freaking oversized barrel.
Oh, I was
Uh,
confused. I thought Aveline was one of the Fry twins. Okay, sorry.
yeah, no, Evie. Evie was the female Fright Twin.
Right, I thought she had a hook blade.
No, the only one who had a hook blade so far was
Ezio and
Ezio.
Revelations.
Yeah, Ezio, and all of the Turkish Brotherhood.
Something about the Turkish Brotherhood. They were just like, it'd be sweet. This hidden blade, it's pretty sweet. Well, if we turned into a hook, and they all just agreed, yeah, it's a great idea. Don't know why I didn't think of it sooner.
And then they spoke hookah or whatever it's called in English.
Yeah, it's just called hookah in English.
Yeah, in Hungarian it's just called Turkish pipe.
Turkish pipe.
Oh no, it's actually water pipe. Sorry.
Water pipe. Hey, if it works, it works.
But yeah.
By the way,
So
you're gonna need to make the map room bigger.
All right.
You're gonna need to come take a look at that while you talk about Assassin's Creed.
I will. So, yeah, the Frighteners had the shitty vanilla bracers that I didn't like it personally.
They had
But
bracers, or
yeah, they had bracers. That's what they called it, I think, where it was just an oversized glove, and they had the hidden blade fastened onto the underside of it, and then they also had the Batman grappling hook thing on the underside. Like the thing is, if it was the same thing, it would have been an interesting gimmick, I guess. But it wasn't even that. It was just here's the hidden blade, now here's the Batman hook.
Okay. Why did they not make it something themed with the fact that they're twins?
I have no idea.
That seems so
Twin magic.
obvious.
They should have made it twin magic. You change him in the middle of fight. They really should have done that. They should have made it so you have two protagonists at all times that you can control, and you just have twin magic. But yeah. Anyway,
Fuck.
other than that, freaking who else was there? Right, Bayek. Bayek literally got the copy of the first Hidden Blade, so it doesn't count.
Well, I think. Well,
Yeah.
Bayek was also like the first assassin, wasn't he?
Bayek was the guy who established the Assassin Order. There were assassins before him, technically.
Yeah, so he, like Altair, he should probably just get a vanilla one because he was
Yeah.
one of the first. Before
Yeah,
they
he
were
did.
thinking, let's put a wacky spin on it.
Yeah, he did, which was fine. Then we have Alexios or Cassandra, and they get the Speed of Leonidas, which I don't know how, but it actually has faster animations than the normal Hidden Blade, even though it's a bloody spear that they need to take off from their backs.
Alright.
But yeah. As for Odyssey, I personally don't like the pet gimmick that they have going with this for the second game.
The what gimmick?
Pet.
The pets
'Cause-
gimmick?
Yes.
There are pets in that game.
Yes, you don't choose them. Well, it's complicated because you can tame animals for a short while. I'm actually not sure how long because I haven't been able to tame one. But you can tame animals, and then you also have pets that Ubisoft gave to you.
Okay, I've not heard anything about this. Like, what kind of animals are we talking here?
You have an eagle and a horse.
An eagle and a horse. It's all you need.
Yeah,
You have a
Because-
horse ordinarily, don't you, in Assassin's Creed?
yes, but this one is named.
And that's the
That
only
makes it
difference.
all the more special.
And that's the only difference.
For as far as I can tell, yes. Well, that this one can technically die.
But I assume it gets replaced by a different named one.
No, it just resurrects.
Oh,
So it can't really die, is what you're saying.
It's like Kenny.
damn it!
You just have to
They killed the horse again.
Phobos. It's called Phobos.
You bastards!
But yeah, I don't really like how they named the horse because there was no reason to.
I don't know.
I'm
There's
a
a pretty
firm-
solid reason to name a horse.
Why would you not name a horse? What are you
Eh.
going to call it otherwise?
Horsey.
Horsey?
That's what I've been rolling with ever since. So why not? Yeah.
There's a fucking character in Scrubs who is an old, grumpy doctor, and he just refers to people as "Hello, faces." I think that's what Addie dreams of in his perfect world. Can I just point out on the map the Pablo sprite is just a thin black line?
But yeah. But the thing is, there's the whole, eagle thing, and they replaced Eagle Vision with an actual eagle, and as overpowered as it is, because it's actually more overpowered than Eagle Vision 2 was, but it's just sending an eagle like freaking 50 kilometers, and then the eagle just sees freaking every fart they take through the wall. It can smell it.
Damn, that is power. That is true power right there, being able to smell the farts of everyone. All right, all right.
But yeah,
Let me
yeah.
refine it down. What is the best part of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and what is the worst part of Assassin's Creed Odyssey from what time you've spent with it so far?
The best part is probably the whole feel of the world. I'd say because they actually did a pretty alright job with making it lively.
All right.
It does, yeah. And then the worst part is probably still the sailing because it's better, but better doesn't mean good.
Yeah. You have a point. All right. Did you get to do anything else this week?
Uh, I think that's about it because I had freaking tests.
Ugh. Yeah, we're
So
getting to that
yeah,
season of the year, aren't we?
so it's that time of the year. Oh freaking hell! Give me a second.
All right. Well, on my end, I don't think I did a spectacular amount. I got to try a new party game that I play on Switch with my family. It is a game by the name of Oh Sir. Did I mention it last week?
And no, but
I
I know of it. I actually picked that game.
Really?
Yes, and then the Xbox didn't let him take it. Didn't let him get it.
right, that was the one that you wanted to test out if we could actually buy each other games. Which, spoiler alert, we could not.
Yeah.
Did it just fucking disappear into the abyss?
Yes, with my money of $1.
Jeez. Okay, so I'm sorry to say it's a lot of fun. So you were cheated out of more than $1, I'm afraid.
You were cheated out of a lifetime of laughter.
So the
But yeah,
basic idea of the
yeah.
game is you play as two stuffy British gentlemen, well, it starts off as a fighting game. You pick your stage and you pick two fighters, one for each player. And the base roster is supposed to be stuffy British gentlemen, but they started crossing over with like first-person shooters. So the other characters include the guy from Postal, Serious Sam, Lo Wang from Shadow Warrior.
I heard Lil Wayne, and I'm like, why?
That would be awesome. Just everything.
No,
What, you gonna pretend it wouldn't be hilarious, fucking Lil Wayne having to say the shit that comes up in that game?
that's true. We need to play Jackbox
If only there was an
somehow.
easy way to do it.
Jackbox?
Yeah.
There is.
Well, the
His
thing
name
is,
is
one of us has
Brian.
to stream it.
Yes, Brian.
Well, Brian did stream it, and it turns out his internet sucks.
It was alright when we played.
No, it
I
wasn't.
played
I was
around.
there.
When we played Fibbage?
Yeah. Well, no,
That's-
I was there for Quiplash. I skipped out on
Yeah,
Fibbage.
no, I never played Quiplash with him. I played Fibbage.
Well, maybe he had better internet that day. But it's very similar in feel to Jackbox, where it's a fun where it depends on the player a lot. There is a surprising amount of strategy to it. In terms of every character has their weaknesses and their strengths. The game only tells you about their weaknesses. So between the stuffy British gentleman, we've got an old guy who takes offense whenever you call him old or act like he's past the times. You've got a British old lady who is more easily offended whenever you bring up the subject of death. There's a fat, formerly handsome British gentleman who gets offended when you bring up appearance or weight. There's a fashion-obsessed British gentleman who hates when you insult his clothing. And then you get over to the crossover guys who are a little bit more ambiguous because since they're all old FPS characters, most of them are, badasses who the original franchise owners wouldn't want to be offended because they perceive it as a non-badass trait. So you've got Serious Sam, who gets offended whenever you bring up something serious, which is a little ambiguous. What counts as serious? That varies from person to person. The only one I've been able to figure out consistently is he doesn't like it when you make jokes about cancer. That's about the extent of what I understand about what Sam counts as serious.
There's jokes about cut out.
I think Pink got it, but Serious Sam, the only thing I've been able to figure out what counts as serious for Sam there is cancer. Nothing else I've been able to figure out does he count as serious. And I believe someone is mowing the lawn right now. But and you've got like fucking Postal Dude who gets offended at referencing sins. It's a whole thing. But with that said, like, there's also several of the characters get unique things. So you've got H.P. Lovecraft. I shit you not, it's just H.P. Lovecraft. And H.P. Lovecraft's whole thing is he gets offended when you make references to reality, because H.P. Lovecraft, I don't know if you guys know this, was a freak. And a loser. But his strength is he can cap off just about any insult with a reference to the lore. So you string together the goofy ass sentences here, and H.P. Lovecraft will just be like, "Your mother smells of a cheese shop, and the dead one still dreams in Rilia," and it just gives them free points for mentioning Rilia. So that's H.P. Lovecraft's big strength. But at the same time, if you insult like any of his family, imply death, imply him to be a loser, he takes massive damage. So he's your risk-reward character right there. You better hope the match finishes up quickly or else you're fucked. Then there's Albert, who is one of my favorites. He's probably genuinely my favorite. He's got a fairly simple weakness. He doesn't like being called poor. He's also, notably, the only black guy on the cast, which I'd assume it's not correlated that he takes offense to being called poor. I don't know. But his whole thing is he can call anything racist. So I love to just form together like, your father secretly adores the communists, and that's racist. And just throw it out there. And because it gives you a random pool of phrases to form together your insult, like sometimes it just goes off into complete nonsense. Like, a cheese shop supports your house, and your father is full of eels. And it's like, okay, well, you got him. I don't know how he'll recover. You can even fucking put together compliments on accident. Your mother secretly adores your father. And they take damage for it because the game's just like, what? And I had so much fun, I went ahead and got the sequel because it was also like $1. And it replaces the British Gentleman with Hollywood characters. And they're all, of course, parodies. You got a Marilyn Monroe parody, you got a James Bond parody, you got a Deadpool parody, which is weird to see people parody Deadpool. Like, Deadpool, first of all, now is famous enough to be parodied, but also, fiction has officially gone up its own ass. And it is not nearly as fun. Because a lot of it is just pop culture references. And it's impossible to form together a really meaningful insult. Because either you get generic Hollywood shit of, your agent sleeps with young women or some shit like that, right?
Right.
Or you get, one of them is Gandalf, and just his thing is, like, you smell like a hobbit. That's what you get. That kind of dumb shit. So that's like, wow, all it took was 2 entries for that series to fumble it, huh? But the first game's really fun. A lot of fun to play with friends and family. damn good. Or jolly good, rather.
Jolly good, sir.
Yep. Had to do it. It's dumb as hell, but I had to do it. You guys knew I had to do it.
So the real question with that game is, how much sherry do the players drink during it?
I couldn't tell you. There wasn't much going on when I was playing, but no one in my family drinks. So. Other than that, I believe I saw a movie. Guys, I saw a movie.
Did you see a movie?
I saw a movie.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm not sure what movie I saw. I can't remember. Oh, fuck. I've spent a lot of this week watching documentaries, I think. Like, I was watching a really good...
Wolverine documentary.
Yeah, Wolverine. Yeah, there we go. No, I've been watching World War II documentaries, actually.
All right.
And yeah, they're pretty good. It's World War II in color, which is interesting.
I didn't know color existed back then.
It didn't. We had to add it artificially. Hitler was like in gray and white, and he looks entirely different in brown. How would the live crowds have reacted to that, man?
All of the colors got invented by Technicolor except for red. That was invented by the communists.
Yeah.
But was actually blue before the communists invented red.
They had to get rid of the blue bloods. It was a bourgeoisie thing.
Yeah.
Hang on. So, yeah, my week's mostly been pretty boring. And I could have swore I watched a movie this week, but I can't fucking remember. It's killing me. It is actually killing me. And, like, I have no space to remember it because this is the end of the podcast. It ends on my segment.
No, it's not this week.
Unless you guys have, like, a way you can fucking spread this shit out. If any of you guys thought of something you did in this past week.
I didn't think of something I did this past week, but I did remember something that I forgot to do beforehand.
What did we forget to do beforehand?
Meme hour.
Meme hour. Can you do meme hour on your phone?
Yes, I've been doing it on my phone for a while.
Right, but your Discord was on your PC. I mean, you had Discord open on both your phone and your PC, but your voice was on PC and the meme hour was on your phone.
Yes, but I still have access to the meme hour because it's in Discord. So, put up a timestamp.
Without further ado.
Okay. Give me just a moment. I don't think I'm going to be able to...
Oh shit, okay. I think I might have accidentally pressed send, but I'm not sure.
Well, I got the timestamp up in time anyways.
There we go.
I don't think I'm going to be able to think of the movie I watched. Where are you? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Well, that's great. I love it. It's rare that you bring out a meme that I love, but I love it. Okay, next April Fools, replace all of the For Honor warriors with dogs.
And also
Shaman is an angry chihuahua.
And also license the freaking dog album that the Elstorm made.
Yeah.
Make that the background music.
No thanks.
Right. So that was one. Put up another.
Okay, let me just find the old timestamperoo. All right, shoot. I hear scribbling like you're drawing these memes yourself in real time.
I am. I am.
Oh. Can we ban shitpostbot?
Yes.
Shitpost mod is, at this point, like, it's not really a thing for the shitpost it makes. It's really just a thing of, what dumb shit can the AI make not understanding what it's doing? This, what you've brought to us, actually makes no sense other than it's just the AI not understanding what it's doing.
And then there's also... Oh, never mind. Let me check.
There's also Nevermind. Okay. The Nirvana
Yeah.
album, or...
The freaking... what was it called? I forget. Bloody hell. Chris Benoit's theme song.
It wasn't named
I forgot.
Nevermind, was it?
It was. No, it was whatever. You're right. It was whatever.
Similar lines, but yes.
So yeah, since those are actually all the memes I found this past week, put up another timestamp, and here's one that I relate to.
Okay. And shoot. All right, I'm gonna. That's an Addy only meme. From me and Pink are gonna be like, oh yes, clearly I understand. Like, what's that fucking picture of the guy that's holding up the teacup with his foot?
I don't know. But I know.
There's a fucking meme of a... No, it's like an old style meme, though, like the ones that just used to be doodles.
Yeah,
right?
it's a Rage Face era meme.
Yeah, and it's a dude, and he's like got his hand on his chin, like, and he's got the other arm resting on like his lap, but then he's carrying it. He's got a teacup that he's holding in his foot, and he's holding it up to his mouth. Yeah, so I guess that's meme hour, and I still can't think of the movie I watched. You know what? Maybe I'll remember it for next week. Maybe I'll just forget that I watched it altogether.
Maybe it never happened.
Maybe. I mean, most of this week I've been busy with schoolwork, so
maybe the movie was inside us all along.
Maybe the movie was shut up. All right, folks. We'll call that a podcast. We'll see you later. Say bye, Addy. Sing a little song to pass the time until Addy says bye. Wait until Addy interrupts me. Every episode. Every single one. Audience, do you enjoy waiting for Addy?
It's the weirdest grand finale ever.
Do you enjoy waiting for Addy, audience? I know I don't. Do you enjoy waiting for Addy, Pink?
It's weird. I gotta be brutally honest. It's weird.
Do you enjoy the ASMR I'm giving right now?
Oh yes, it's lovely. You should be a professional.
If we can't get people to watch us to laugh at us, or get people to watch us for our opinions, we should at least get people to watch us so they'll jerk off.
Right. I mean, that was my intention from the very start.
FOS knew the freaking magazine when.
Boy, that put everything Pink's done on for the series in a different light, wouldn't it? Wait, how are we supposed to react to Pablo? Oh man.
Problem, yeah. Pink has a Pablo up his ass for pleasure.
So Pink is our fucking what's that actor? Gerbil up the ass actor.
I don't know either.
Oh man. Or equivalent to like Mr. Slave from South Park, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he shove the entirety of Britney Spears up his ass or something?
I'm pretty sure he shoved the entirety of all of the kids up his ass to save the freaking frog or something at one point.
Right. He shoved one of the South Park kids that had a pet, and Mr. Slave shoved the pet up his ass. And I'm pretty sure Pink doesn't watch South Park, so he's super lost here.
Yep.
But they had to have an episode that was fucking journey up Mr. Slave's ass to save that pet. And Pink, I bet this is really enticing you to watch South Park, isn't it?
I have never been more confused in my life.
Yeah, so Pink, they have this character that's just a gay person in SS chaps that shoves things up his ass.
A character who is literally designed as the most stereotypical gay character ever. He's all dressed up in leather biker gear, and his whole thing is he's like a slut and proud was his whole thing. Now, South Park being South Park, they did try to like convey a serious political goal thing, you know. So part of their whole thing was they introduced an episode where like Britney Spears or somebody was like trying to prove they were the biggest slut in the world. And ordinarily, I find slut to be one of the ugliest words in the English language, and I try to avoid using it. But I'm using it here just because South Park used it. But
however, I genuinely think that whore is like I think slut is entry level bike. Whore is the whole town has gone around on me.
Well, I mean, the thing about whore is it's an actual job title, right?
Right.
Like that was the profession title until it was seen as a slur. Now it's not even prostitute. Now it's escort, but whatever. So the whole plot was it was something about like that whole era in the 2000s of like blonde white girl pop stars that were doing that whole thing. And the idea was like Mr. Slave like goes to prove that he's a bigger slut than she is, and then shoves the entirety of her up his ass to prove that, and then gives a big speech on why it's bad to be a slut. Cause that's South Park. That is South Park for you right there. South Park is one of the weirdest. Like, obviously, what I've been talking about, South Park's weird altogether. But like, South Park's also one of those shows like that's along the same lines as Family Guy, where it's like we just had the most incredibly stereotypical instance of a gay character ever, but it's not homophobic because it's satire, right? And that's the free excuse we get to use.
I don't know, man. At least Mr. Slave does something, unlike Brian's cousin or whatever the gay character in Family Guy is.
The thing, I think everyone in Family Guy is gay, aren't they? I'm not saying that, like, ironically. I genuinely think that they've established that Peter, Lois, and Stewie are all at the very least, gay. And I'm sure even
Stewie.
I'm sure Quagmire is Quagmire, so he'll nail anything that moves. So
Stewie, I'm pretty sure has been confirmed gay. Yes.
Poor fucking Stewie is pretty much just confirmed gay because of his accent.
Yeah.
You know, we were supposed to end the podcast. Addy never fucking said bye.
We're still waiting on him.
Addy has the power to decide when the podcast ends, and he can use and abuse that to his heart's content.
You said that he's planning on you figure out the movie title. It's gonna be a whole week.
I'm not gonna figure out this fucking movie. I'm not gonna figure out what movie I watched. Honestly, it's not fucking happening. Like, we just need to wrap the podcast up, but we need you. We need you for it. We need you to say bye. The power is in your hands, Addy.
I hold all 6 stones in my hand.
Help, Addy. Help us. Free us from this curse.
What was it? Troopers of men, help us, save us.
Stop.
Yes.
We're gonna run up to 5 hours.
It'll be 5 hours of waiting for Addy to say bye so he can close the podcast.
I'm going to wait until Addy makes a sound vaguely similar to bye, and we'll say that's close enough.
You know, I actually wanted to end it when you had your whole speech about me controlling it when I said hey, but then I was like, oh wait, right. I said hey to close the podcast.
Alright, fuck it. We're ending it on hey. Addy's operating in reverse. The next podcast is Addy's gonna say bye at the start. If he remembers. All right, folks, we will see you later.
Spectacular.